Hello everybody, and as many of you know, last week I talked about how we will get Durandal in 3.8, and we will get more information about her on February 21st this week. However, as many of you have noticed, not many people know who she is or even remember her one scene from the main game. So in this video, I will try my best to explain who she is and what she is about, at least from the information that we have. As I said, we see her in the main game appear in only one scene. This happens during chapter 9 in stage 7, where she basically tells Rita to let Fuhua go and fight Hersher of Void. Rita agrees, and after this scene we never see her again, but we do learn some stuff about her. First of all, she is referred to as S-rank Valkyrie Durandal, the most powerful warrior of Shizkul, which appears several times during the comics as well when describing her. We also notice that she does have a very similar outfit to Argent Knight Rita's S-rank battlesuit, where you can even see them share the same earring but on different ears. Some of you might be wondering why she has this battlesuit and why she is referred to as an S rank, yet we only get her as an A rank in the game, and her outfit looks much different. In fact, it is the same one that we see in the comics. Well, the simple answer to this is they do not release a new Valkyrie as an S rank from the start. They always release an A rank followed by an S rank. Now, yes, there is the exception of Rosalia, who is an S rank. However, she is supposed to be the twin of Lilia, and let's be honest, Lilia is her A rank version. Anyway, the other thing that we notice about her is her weapon being a lance, the Key of Creation Abyss Flower, the same weapon that Cecilia, Kiana's mom, used. And because of this, a lot of people have been thinking that if we ever get Durandal, she will be a lance user. However, when you look at the comics at Durandal in her S-rank variant, she doesn't seem to have her lance again. In fact, she uses fists. Now, I do not know if they changed their mind as time went on, but it seems that Durandal will be a gauntlet user like Fuhua. This is further supported in the visual novel where we see her using gauntlets as well. Yes, we do see her using pistols like the second relic as well as a sword at some point, but so far all the evidence is heavily pointing to her being a gauntlet user. This would not be the first time they did something like this. We already saw this with Kalin, for example, where in the main story she was using a cross, but in the main game she ends up using pistols, so take it as you may. Anyway, going back to the comics, we see her being able to fight a small elf who looks like Kevin and is 1% of his power, which is, well, I mean, look at it, it looks really cute. Anyway, apparently she was able to defeat it as well as lift the second divine key from the Sea of Quanta, where this key is a really big train. In the next volume of the comics, which is the one going on right now, and it seems to be about Durandal, we meet a guy who was talking about someone he was waiting for a very long time to meet, and it is most likely her. We also get in the same chapter Durandal being used for an experiment regarding the second key. This ends the chapter for this week, where we will get more information this Saturday, and that does make a lot of sense because, as I said, we will get more information about Durandal this Friday. In fact, just recently the visual novel for Rita was updated with a new chapter where we see Durandal in this really awesome outfit that made people, including myself, speculate whether or not this will be her S-rank variant, or one of her S-rank variants most likely. Again, this is just a theory, so we do not know. And since we are on the subject of the visual novel, I have no idea what is happening in it. It seems to be taking place in different or alternative realities, or at the very least may or may not involve time travel, so I honestly do not know. This is why I say the visual novels need to be translated, or at the very least the one about Durandal, because unlike other Valkyries, she barely has any presence in the game, which resulted in so many people being confused about her addition because they just don't know who she is. Some of you might be wondering if she is mentioned in Honkai Post Odyssey and if she is part of the story. However, because this is the beta, the story has been removed in the game. In fact, all you get is a message saying that the story is not available. So we will have to wait until the official 3.8 release to know more about it. And when it comes to the main story, there doesn't seem to be a new chapter, at least as of now. Maybe this will change later. But as of now, based on what I am seeing in the visual novel, Durandal's backstory as well as Rita's is in the visual novel. It isn't in the main game or even in the comics. Therefore, it makes me wonder if they want to tell her story through the Chronicles instead. Now, in the 3.8 beta, I have yet to see any sort of addition to the Chronicles, so maybe this will be added later, but it is either a Chronicle or an event most likely, so we will have to wait and see. Anyway, with that being said, this is pretty much all the information we know about Durandal so far. I think the reason why she is a quantum type is because she was in the Quanta Sea, at least in the comics, and in the visual novel she seems to be there as well. But again, I just don't know what happens in the visual novel. Still, that is just my own opinion, so tell me yours in the comments below. Do you know who Durandal is even before the leaks came out? Do you know anything about her that I did not discuss in the video? Please tell me in the comments below. I am very interested in reading your opinion. But this has been it for today's video, and until my next one, thank you for watching and I hope you have a nice day.